Morning team, welcome to HIIT with equipment. So with dumbbells, I'm always going to use dumbbells just because that's what most people have. I do know some of you have got resistance bands, some of you have got kettlebells, but it gets a bit complicated when I'm not sure what everyone's got, so I'm sticking with dumbbells. I also know that some of you have got heavier dumbbells and lighter dumbbells. I would say for this workout it's repetitive, so I would say err on the lighter side. Yeah, you can always change it up and do this workout 2 or 3 times, and you can move up with your dumbbells if you have heavier dumbbells, but I'm going to stick with the ones that I'm on, which are 3 kilos. Some of you may need lighter than that, some of you may be able to go heavier than that. The format today, after the 4-minute warm-up, the format today is going to be 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, so that's 3 different exercises, yeah, followed by a 30 seconds rest. So you will get 30 seconds rest after every 1.5 minutes. So that's time to just take your time, have a little drink, do whatever's needed, and then come back. And we'll do that 3 times. Yes, it's all your triples. You've got 30 seconds, and you've got 3 exercises with a 30-second rest, and then we're going to do that 3 times. So let's go with our little warm-up, 4 minutes. I'll quickly change the timer and we're straight on. We've got 4 rounds today, so all in all, about 24 minutes. Obviously, you've got your breaks as well in between while I show you what's happening next. Ready to go? Got legs, we've got arms, we've got abs, we've got the whole lot, all in one short burst of HIIT. Let's move. All right, give me a squat, and then stand up and open the knee out to the side. Squat. So getting the legs warm, of course, and then a little bit of mobilization into the hips. Remember, when you're squatting, feet hip distance a little bit wider, maybe toes slightly turned out, and then sit back right into the heels. Good. Chest is up on a squat, shoulders back, nice and proud. And it's nice and hot in this garden now, so you'll see the sweat are coming. So I've got the gloves on. Stop the slipping. Yeah, keep going. When you hear the beep, we're changing it up, and we're going to go for an inchworm to a bear with a little bit of a roll. There we go. So come to the back of your mat. Walk down, bend your knees up. Lots of bend in the knees here. Come forward and then come to bear pose. Give me an imaginary row as if your dumbbell were right there, and then come back, bend your knees, curl up through the spine. Let's do that again. Curl down, bend your knees. Come forward to bear. Pick up. Bear is hovering. Straight back. Roll. Back up through. Tuck and roll. Walk forward. Stop. Lift, squeeze. Wake up your upper back, your arms, your shoulders, pulling your tummy in tight here as we roll down, activating your core, pulling in strong. Everything's working here. Boom, boom, nearly there. 5 seconds, so we'll make that the last one. And then come on up. Take your legs wide, turn your toes out, come into Cossack. Give me a squat, stand, turn, lift your heel, and then drop. Squat, stand, turn, lift your heel, drop into lunge. So nothing else moves, you just need to turn and lift the heel and drop into your lunge. So waking up the sides of the back, the spine mobilization, the legs of course, a little bit more, the inner thighs, make sure those toes are turned out on your wide squat. This is our 3rd exercise of 4. 1 minute, of course, each exercise. You're getting the hang of it now. Yeah, you team out there, you're getting the hang of it. One more. Oh, 2 more. We got 2 more in. We got 2 more in. Bring your feet hip width. Okay, start with your arms up. Give me a circle backwards all the way, and then a pull down. A circle backwards and a pull down. Good. A circle backwards and a pull down. So legs are warm, abs are connected and ready to fire. One more this way, let's change direction. Pull down, go forwards, up behind you, a little bit harder, squeeze. Good. Right the way through, pull down, pull your tummy in a little bit more here. Drive up your arms and then squeeze and pull down. You should be feeling that already. Great. And pull, bam, squeeze. Nearly there. I'm pulling my tummy in just a little bit more now. Yeah, all that's doing is activating. Great. Okay, so go and get your weights. Get yourselves ready for your little routine. It's going to take you 6 minutes. 6 minutes to do each block. 30 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds each exercise, and each one progresses. So you'll find you're doing similar exercise. That's why I said there was lots of repetition. Similar exercise here. 6 minutes. There we go. Okay, grab your weights. Let me show you what's going to happen. It's very, very simple repetition. Squat, stand with your weights. First exercise, 30 seconds. Second one, squat, stand, curl. Yep, I'll help you with all your techniques and your options as we go along. Third and final would be squat, stand, and fly. So let's do it. Remember, after the fly, then you get a little rest. You put your weights down, you shake your arms, and we will go again. Ready? Off we go. Squat, stand. So you can see I've got my feet a little bit wider than my hips. My toes a little bit turned out, just as we did in the warm-up. Yep. Sitting back in the heels and checking that your back remains nice and straight here. So see how I'm not curving, not dropping in the shoulders at all, and I'm sitting back so that I can actually lift my toes. I can feel, now we're on the curl, I can feel my toes lifting slightly in the front of my trainers or sneakers to all you lot on the other side of the world. So we added a curl, that's all. So it's all about energy today, repetition, growth into a new added exercise on each one. A complementary exercise to add overload. Now we add the fly. Stand and fly. Good. Squat. Remember, we have got 3 rounds. Yep, so if it's feeling easy for you now, it doesn't mean that it will stay feeling easy. Soften your elbows on the fly. See how I'm not locking my arms? Yep. Bend the elbows a little bit. You should be able to see your hands slightly in that peripheral vision. Good. You get a rest. So see how your heart rate should be up? If you have the luxury of having 2 sets of weights and you feel like now you could switch and add more, then please do it. If you're with me and you're on these lighter, not necessarily light weights, then you can push on a little bit more, maybe get a little bit faster, as long as the technique's good. And I know it is. I know it is. Get ready for the beat. We'll pick up and go straight for the squat. Here we go. Squat, stand. So not doing anything with the arms in the first one. You can push. You can lift your heart rate. Yes. As long as the knees don't come forward, we want to keep the pressure off the front of the knee. Good, so we can go quite fast, eh? Flying through it. What was next? Add it in. Curl, slows you down a bit. Curl, see how I'm twisting as I rise from hammer curl to supinated grip curl, yeah? So I'm twisting through. It gives me the angle to do the squat, but enables me to get the full range of the bicep muscle. And the leg's still working hard here. Good, change to fly, next one. And rise. Another thing about this fly or side raise is that I'm not going higher than my shoulders. So we're going to stop right here, yeah? Remember, hands slightly in front, slightly, and then out to the side, shoulder height, a little bit less. Boom, come on. Yeah. This is the second round, and everything's all about threes. Let's finish it. There's your rest. It's all about threes. 3 rounds, 3 exercises, 30 seconds each one. We call it in my class the terrible threes. Not that terrible. Nice, friendly threes. So final round, same thing. Legs are pretty warm now. You can squat maybe a little bit lower. Can you try that, even if it slows you down? Let's try it. Here we go. So I'm going to drop my bottom a bit lower. Wow, so see the difference? I've gone past the 90 degrees. Whoop, she says falling. I was that much in my heels. That I can sit back. If that doesn't suit you and you end up being this person to do it, take your legs a little bit wider, or just stop where your body feels comfortable and non-compromised. But I'm going to go lower on this one. Add the curl. Yeah. Yes. Good. There. Come on. Feel that heart rate staying high. Keep it up there. Ready to fly? I'm sure it's coming. Here it is. There we go. Still keep with the depth. So that little bit extra depth, if you can, and if you can keep your technique right. This is why we opened up the hips at the beginning of class, to enable you to open and drop a little bit further. It will recruit more fibers. You'll feel a big difference in your legs just with that a little bit lower. So work on it. Last one. Woo! Well done. Take your rest. I'll show you what's coming next. That was block 1. Remember, we've only got 4. So you're doing great. 3 to go. 3 set. We're going to hit the core now. There's a lot of stabilization on your arms here when we go down. So if you find that it's too much to do this on the weights, you can do this with your hands on the floor. I'll show you when we're going, and you can pick up the weight as we go. I'm going to try and stay on my weights, but again, I'll show you the options. So we're going to be in bear, which we warmed up. We do like a bear. We do like a bear, especially when we can make it challenging. So the bear, obviously working through the core, you need to pick up your lower tummy button and pull this in. Give yourself that challenge, that you don't forget about the abs when we're doing this, that you don't relax, that you just connect the whole time. It's not necessarily to brace yourself or to protect yourself, although the muscles will obviously do that. It's to make them hold in the position that you want them to be in. Yeah? So I want you to think about that all the time. Also, the second thing that is really important is the shoulders remain above the wrists. So try not to move back in bear at all. Try and be thinking about everything in straight right angles and lines, yeah? So we've got bear, hold, and we're staying up all the way through 1.5 minutes if possible. If not, take little mini breaks between each 30 seconds. Okay, so if you can, we're gonna stay here. Second one is a roll. Third one is a skydiver open. Yep. So again, I will show you the options. Don't worry if you can't do it the whole time. Advanced people, you're on. There's your challenge. Are you ready? First exercise, no movement. Hands on the floor or hands on your weights. Weights is better if you can. Let's go. So, back is straight. I'm not lifting here. I'm not leaning forward. I'm not leaning backwards. I'm going to be in this lovely right angle right here. And you feel your thighs on there. Those of you who did one of my hits, can't remember which one it is. Yeah. Angela, you were saying your thighs were killing you. I know, because this quadricep is in an isometric work here. Pick up and roll. Feeling that already? So try not to twist here. Try and just pull the elbow up without anything else moving. You want to lift your bottom, yeah? So it wants to go up here to help you. You got to keep your knees just hovering above the floor. Just hovering. Feeling it? Let's move on. Skydiver. Open out. Open out. So here's the options. Hands on the floor, pick up, open out. Any of you with wrist problems, you may wish to do that if it's hurting your wrists. Yeah? Always an option. If not, you with me? Pull your tummy in tighter. Stop. Now, you really need to shake your arms. Sit back here because it then lengthens the quads, gives them a little bit of relaxation. Here's the sweat coming. And I forgot my towel, so you're just going to see me sweat today. Which is not pretty. Okay, 10 seconds. Again, if you need to stop at any time and do anything with your knees on the floor, because that will help you keep going, let's go and do that. If it gets too much up here, take a little rest, wiggle around a bit and come back to us. You can build your strength. Good, so it doesn't have to be perfect, guys, as long as your feet aren't back here, because that will be full plank. As long as you are in there and you're trying your hardest, as always. Have you forgotten about the tummy button? Here we go, roll. Roll. So if you've got heavy weights right now, you are breathing hard. Yeah, I know. I do my heavy weights too. You will be breathing hard because picking up a heavy weight here is not easy. So any of the guys who are doing this, you're gonna be pumping away here. That good old heart pumping away. Now change it up, skydiver. Release. Release. Or shoulder press. Road to shoulder. I like to feel it's a little bit of a skydiver turn. In bear. Ugh. And I'm on the lighter weights. How's everyone's body right now? Smile. Though your legs are killing. Smile. Though the sweat is dripping. One more round. 3 rounds in our triplets. Oh, hello, Blanco. Hello, Blanco. And say hello to everybody. He's gorgeous. He's such a beautiful cat. What a little blessing. 4 seconds. 3, 2, here we go. Final round of bears. So as you can see, I often tuck a little bit because I pull my tummy in, but my lower back arches. I have to remind myself just to lengthen my tailbone a touch. It's a natural thing for me. So when I suck in, that happens. And then, so I really need to push my tailbone back away from me, pull my shoulder blades back, and lengthen my neck. We don't want to be tight here in this neck either. So just be relaxed in it. Let's roll. Let's roll. Remember the hands can be on the floor. Remember the knees can be down. Everything that makes you continue, not stop. Move the level down, not your body to stop. Always something you can do. And you build your strength every session. Every session you do this. You need your weights at least twice a week. Good. Skydivers. Open. Set. Open. It makes such a difference to your body, team. Girls, anyone out there who's worried about building bulk, it's not gonna happen. Not the way we're doing it. You need a long time in the gym for that. This is gonna sculpt you, create lean, muscle mass, which burns more fat as a daily average. Last one. Ah, how was that? How's your thighs? We'll do a nice quad stretch at the end for you. But for now, just get up, move around, walk around, grab yourself a drink. We are halfway, which is good. Okay. So deadlift with a half burpee, deadlift with a half burpee and a snatch. How wonderful does that all sound? Someone heard the word burpee and recoiled there, like, boom, burpee. Learn to love burpees. Change your mind, and it's not a full one, it's a nicer one. So have a look on the side. Now what you need to remember here is that we're going to do a stiff leg deadlift from the top down. So when you're going into the burpee, a lot of you would normally bend straight away. We're not going to today. So I'll talk you through that. We're going to start feet hip width, toes facing forward with a stiff leg, straight back deadlift. So stiff leg doesn't mean that I'm totally pushing back. Not good for the knee joint. I'm softening, but I am keeping them fairly straight, going to about shin level. If you can't manage that with straight legs, you would stop a little bit higher. And after that, when we move to the burpee, then you would bend your knees. So you need to find your maximum on the deadlift first. So the second exercise, we do the deadlift, we jump back, and we continue the deadlift. Yeah? Back must be straight. So you need to really think about your technique. The last one, deadlift, can do it like that or like that. It doesn't really matter, whatever feels right for you. Come back, lift through the deadlift and snatch. Back to the deadlift, jump back. Okay? So, are we ready to go? Deadlift first, nothing else. We practice it, we get it ready. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tip, come back. Tip, I'm pulling my shoulders back, engaging my shoulder blades, keeping my neck long, looking forwards, and K is to push into the ball of the feet. So can you activate and push into the ball of the feet? Your knees don't move forwards, your bottom moves back, but the energy goes into the front of the feet, which extends the hamstring. Good, at the jump. So we got that, pull back up. Jumps, not fast, pull back up. So still getting the deadlift every time, every time. And again, with heavier weights, you might find snatch, that you find the snatch hard. Snatch. So I can do it either way with my hands. It's up to you. Snatch is your third one. So I'm not rowing it up, I'm snatching it up. Take a rest. How did that feel? The first round on these is always getting used to it. Understanding what I need you to do, what your body can do, so how it surfaces, how you feel when you do these exercises. What's right for your body. 10 seconds. We want to do things intelligently. We don't want to just fly. We want to fly when we've got it right. Here we go, deadlift. Stick out. So here's a little tip. Press on the inside of your big toe. Press on the outside of your big toe. Activate the outside edge of your foot. Activate the inside edge of your foot. Lean forward slightly, but still travel back with the bottom. Yeah, good. At the jump. Remember, you can turn your hands this way if it feels nicer. It's up to you. Lovely, love deadlifts, especially these stiff leg deadlifts, because you really feel it. You really feel it. And especially tomorrow. Add the snatch next time. Throw it. Throw it. You don't have to look up. You can look forward. You know where your head is. You won't hit yourself. She says. Where's your head at? Where's your head at? There's always a song. There's always a song. Good. So, if this position, by the way, that I've just stopped on, stop, is not something your body likes, remember, stop here, then bend your knees and put down. Obviously, with being a yoga teacher, my body's flexible, so I'm here to remind you, if not, pull back. Don't pull these hamstrings. One more round. Here we go. Just a deadlift. Just. How does it feel? I'm with you, team. Yeah. And you may be thinking, as I like to keep reminding you, because it means you may work harder, you can up your weights next time. Once you've done it once and you know what's coming, and you're like, yeah, I get that one, I like that one, or I don't like it, but it's good for me. Add the burpee. Half burpee. Nice burpee. Here's an option, guys, actually. Advanced people, if you want, I've just thrown this in there, if you want advanced only, drop it. Why not? Or you can do that next time you do the video. Snatch. Love a snatch. So remember, you might be bending your knees after this. Bend your knees to go. I'm adding in that extra there. You don't have to. Yeah. Woo! We made it. We made it. Block 3 done. One more. Drink time. And we're on the floor for the last one. So have a little walk round. Let your heart rate drop. And then we can stay on the floor for the stretch too. So let the energy come down a little bit. Okay, that's the heart rate cool down a little bit. Let's hit the floor for our last block. You need 2 weights for the first exercise, and then you can choose whether to use 1 or 2 for the second and the third exercise. Okay, so we're gonna start on the floor, continuing to work the hamstrings, which are already really warm. We're now gonna add in the glutes, the lower back, the supporting muscles of the spine, everything that's going to help the posterior chain, but also work the upper body. So hip thrust, chest press. Yeah. Elbows out to the side. That's the first one. Second one, either keep both weights, lift them up above your head so you can see them, and then bring them to your forehead and back up. Now we're going to do this movement, but we're going to do this in the hip bridge. Okay, so you're going to be here. If it's too much, you can always do it like I first did it with your hips on the floor. And then the last one, you're going to come all the way up, push, and come back and do the same tricep movement. So you got that double whammy. Both of those can be done with 1 weight. I'm going to stick with 2, unless I get really tired, but you can drop and change about. Let's do it. Chest press. Ready? Here we go. Hip thrust. So when you're thrusting, squeeze. Squeeze. Really feel that energy in the back of the body. Pushing up. Now keep your hands open. So you want shoulder, elbow, out right angles. Yeah. They can tuck in slightly, that's okay, but not right in here. Good, let's change. So keep the hips up, if you can. Now keep the elbows high, shouting over the construction work that's just lifted. Shouting at you now. You love being shouted at in your home, don't you? They just decided to dig out the back. Good, so tricep extensions. Great, and now the full sit-up. Up, push, back, keep your hips down, and then straight to the head. So no hip lift this time. And if you've got the big weight, you definitely want to drop to one weight. So you can bend your elbows to lift there if you need to. It doesn't have to be straight. And even if the push is too much, then just leave that out and come up. You know that there's an option. And that's what I want everyone to feel in these classes, that you can do this. And there's an option for you. It doesn't matter. I've always been about getting the advanced and the beginners together as a team. Why should we be separated? Hey, why should we? We can all work together as a team. That's my job, to make you feel comfortable. You ready for second round? Here we go. Big squeeze. Big bad glute squeeze. Try and breathe out on the exertion. So we're all about that exhale squeeze. It's hard to concentrate on breathing when you're lifting weights, but it is important. And there's some very specific breaths as well that you can add. But we're just going to concentrate on the basics right here, because there's so much to remember, hey? So can you lift your hips any higher? I just felt like I could then. Can you? Keep those elbows up high. Remember, they're not moving. The elbows are not swinging. The only thing that's moving is the forearm from the elbow joint to the fingertips. We're moving along that forearm. Good. Up we come. Push. Back. And a second extension. Up. Boom. Boom. Woo. Losing my grip there. Separated them. If it's hard for you to get up, do what you can. Use your hands if you need to. Put them down here, help yourself. Rest. Feeling this muscle, tricep muscle. Last one, team. We're stretching and you're done. So last 1.5 minutes of work. 15 seconds. I'm gonna bring this closer so I can hear it. Hope you can hear me. 6 seconds. Go! Good, hold the hips up. So this is actually lengthening out our quads after those bears. Remember the bears? Push the shins forward, activating throughout this front body to open and the back body to strengthen. Up we come. Down we go. Breathing out on that crunch. If you want to take your feet a little bit further away, if that helps you, that's okay too. Move those weights out of the way. Let's stay lying down for our stretch. Heart rate should be dropped a little bit now unless you want really heavy weights on that. Pick up the leg closest to me. Dig your heel as if you're digging it into the sky. Push up. It really makes a difference. Keep the softness behind the back of the knee but not bent. Pull behind the thigh. Shoulders down. Yes, we finished. We know we finished. So always I'm just doing a quick stretch, but you can do more. You can put one of my stretching videos on. Gonna record another one, so you've got some options. Put this foot on top of the bottom leg, open out through that hip, open out through the knee, and lift up. Keep flexing the foot, activating, and then open the knee a little bit. Advanced people, you might want to straighten it out a bit. Check your bottom isn't off the floor. Put your bottom down, choose the level that suits you. And then slowly release, leg up straight. Deep breaths. Open out and give that hip a nice stretch right into the side of the hip. And if like me you're tight there, you feel it. You'll feel it, especially if you open your knee as much as possible. And then release. Just rock and roll a little bit. Come up. Out the way. Let's take a quad stretch. Take your leg behind you and then open your knee out. Prop yourself up tall. Lift your back foot off the floor and bring the heel in towards the bottom. And as you do that, lift and project your chest upwards. You might be able to move your leg back a little bit more and roll out, opening right out through the hip flexor here and down into the front of the quad. The more you can push the heel in and then the hip forward, the more stretch you get. Release. Swap sides. Now, as I just felt there, one side is definitely tighter than the other. Bring your feet together. Love Baddha Konasana. Great for lengthening, resetting the spine and opening up through the adductors. And then just crisscross your legs. Hands behind, lift up and open out the heart. Hope you enjoyed that quick blast. Hands in front. Nice to be able to get used to a rhythm and repeat with the terrible threes. Quick tricep stretch to finish. Remember to take a longer stretch. If you've got time, why not do some deep stretches? Why not? You'll feel so much better for them. But thank you for joining me on Terrible Threes. Have a nice day.